Hello guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And as I had promised, today we are going to go through the first letter of notification and then the second letter of notification you receive when you win the diversity visa, the green card lottery. And without wasting much time, I'm gonna put that first letter of notification there so that we can read together. So this letter of notification, you receive it on the 5th of May. That day you are checking for your results. The same day you know you are the winner, this is what you're gonna get. It will be in a PDF and we're gonna open it and it will give you further instruction. So let's read together. So the letter have an official logo for the USCIS, the United States Department. On top, the address, and then the day this letter was dispersed. This is the May 5th, May 3rd, depending on the day the results were announced. Your information, the information of your case number you have been assigned, and the year, the fiscal year of this DV lottery in particular. So for the example I have here, this is a 2016 for the fiscal year 2017. So if you win in 2016, you're going in 2017. Like those who applied in 2023, their year is 2024. Something like that, if we are together. So the letter says, you have been randomly selected for further processing in the diversity immigrant visa program for the fiscal year which you applied for. Selection does not guarantee you will receive a visa because the number of applicants selected is greater than the number of visas available. Therefore, it is very important that you carefully follow instruction to increase your chances of possible visa issuance. The instructions are located on the Department of State website at www.dvselectee.state.gov. All applicants must use the online DS-260 immigrant visa and alien registration application. Paper form will not be accepted. So this is saying you only submit your paperwork. Nowadays, the paperwork have to be submitted only electronically. It used to be they used to submit letters before, but everything changed. We went to a digital world and you cannot submit a paper application anymore. So the DS-260 is the one that, on the other video I showed you how to fill in the DS-260. That is the one they are saying you need to go and fill that DS-260 once you receive your invitation letter, which is the first letter of notification. So it continues to say, please print out this letter and take it with you to your visa interview. So you'll need a printout of this letter. Your case will not be scheduled for interview appointment until a visa number is available. If you are scheduled for an interview, you will receive a notification message at the email address you provided when you submitted the initial application. So if they schedule you, this says your interview will be scheduled when your visa is available. So when your case number become current. So on the visa bulletin, I'm gonna make another video explaining about the visa bulletin. That is a summary of how the process is going, how many DVs cases have been reached, and the cut line of the DV at a particular month. So I'm gonna make a video about the visa bulletin after the video of today to kind of give you an example of where you can go and see at a particular month which cases are they dealing with, which case number, cut line of all the case numbers they are dealing with. So I'm gonna show you that in another video. But this one is saying when your visa becomes current, then you receive a letter for your interview. So this interview letter is the one that is the second letter of notification. So this is the first one, then we have the second letter of notification, that is the one that is inviting you for an interview. And I'm gonna give you an example on top here. You see how it looks like. The letter of interview is almost the same as the other letter of interviews, but remember this one specifically comes from Kentucky. So the NVC. So the NVC is the one that scheduled all these interviews. All the US interviews are scheduled by the NVC, the National Visa Center. So the National Visa Center, after they find your case to be current, they will send you this letter, second letter of notification. And the letter of notification have the same information, the address on top, and then the logo there, the United States Department logo, and then your name, the day the letter is being sent, and then the letter reads like this. This is an official notice for you to pursue your application for a DV, the year visa. An appointment have been scheduled for you at the embassy or consulate stated below. So if you are in Nairobi, in Kenya, they will schedule it in Nairobi. If you are in another place, they will schedule it where you are going for your interview. So they are the one who will schedule in your country. The consulate in your country, that is where they are going to schedule your interview. So it continues to say, you and all the family members who wish to apply for the diversity visa must appear at the appointment date and time for your interview. So all the people that are applying for the DV lottery visa, the ones, if you have the beneficiaries, if you have a spouse, if you have your kids, and they are included in this diversity visa, they have to appear in person. That's what that says. So please notify the office listed if you cannot keep your appointment. So if you decide to change the appointment date, you have to notify them so that they can work that out. And then you and the eligible family members will be required to submit sufficient proof of identity upon arrival. If you fail to obtain a DV visa by September 30th of the year, of the fiscal year, your registration will expire. Your family members must obtain their visa prior to September 30th of that fiscal year, or they will not be permitted to join you in the United States under the DV program of the fiscal year. So on this one, this is clearly saying that if you applied for a DV lottery for 2023 into the 2024, you have to have gotten your visa. If you are given an appointment and you decide to change it, or if something comes up and your documents have not been submitted and now they are waiting for you to submit them, you have to make sure by 30th September of that fiscal year, that is the last day you can get your visa. If you don't get your visa by 30th September, the visa expires. So you cannot get it after 30th September. And this applies to all the family members that are immigrating with you. They have to get it before then. So in a case where maybe you didn't have the enough funds to go together, so you had a raw case number in this situation, so you decided, you know what, by February, by March, I'm gone. And then after a while, I'll get my family to come and join me. I'm gonna go and work hard. And in these few months before September 30th, you'll make sure you have brought them. If you don't do that, then they cannot come as your beneficiary. That is what that part is saying. And then it gives you, please follow all the instruction provided at the State Department of State website to prepare for your interview. It is very important that you follow the instruction carefully and completely. The diversity lottery fees for each applicant and each member of the family must be paid in full at the consulate or embassy at the time of the interview. So in this case, you're being told that you cannot pay half of the interview fees. You have to pay it in full for each and every member of the family who is attending the interview. So they continue to give you more instruction, and then they have the interview appointment down there. They have the where it is, the date, and the time of the interview. So remember, you have to get there early. You have to be prepared. You have to gather all your information. As I said previously, make sure you have all your information in full, because if you miss one information, they will not deny you the visa. They will put your case in a waiting list until you submit that information. And this is very dangerous, because if you can imagine you don't submit the document by the time the September 30th deadline comes, then you lose the money you went the whole process with, and then you lose your visa. So that's why I keep on saying, get your documents together as early as possible, so that when that time comes, you are good to go, you know. So this interview letter will always get to you like a month and 2 weeks before the interview. So it will give you time to prepare yourself to be able to do the medical. So you will book a medical appointment, and then you will be able to prepare some other documents that you have not prepared before the interview. But at least they give you 6 weeks to be able to do that. So I would say they are very, very considerate when it comes to the visa case. Unless you don't do your part. In most cases, for the DV lottery, you should be, at least if you have a raw case number too, you should be able to know the way forward. Like, it's easy after that. So if you applied, just pray God you get a raw case number, because the raw case number give you an opportunity, a safety opportunity, I'll call it that. So you are more safe than somebody who have a higher case number. Although if you don't submit your document, even if you have a raw case number, then your visa can be lost. It can expire in this case, or it can be denied. So I think the other thing, don't forget, you you get the first letter of notification, you complete your DS-260, so that you wait for the second letter of notification. And that is at least the whole process of how they do their stuff. And I'm sure this video is gonna help you to have an idea of what you expect if you become a winner, or if you don't become a winner this time round, what you should be preparing for the future. So yeah, and as I said, you can be lucky too. Everybody can be lucky. It is all dependent on who is selected, and there is no favoritism, there is no who do I know. Yeah, it's pure luck. So if you are lucky, then thank God and proceed with the process as fast as you can and accurate as you can. Yeah, and that's all for the video today. And as I have said, we're gonna do another video about visa bulletin to show you, kind of show you where you go, so that you can have an idea what to expect and when to expect your interview. So if you go to the visa bulletin, they will show you we are dealing with this case number in this month of May in Africa, in this country, in this continent, like that. So it will break down the cases they are dealing with, and you can kind of estimate where you are as you prepare for your document. Yeah, and if you have not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on that notification, so that every time we upload a new video, you will be the first one to be notified. And until next time, see you guys.